Hi guys, it's Miss Simon. So I wanted to make this video today to help you guys out with grammar. So this will be our last grammar lesson for the year, and you guys will have all of next week to catch up on any of your missing assignments, whether it be in grammar or any other subject. The only subjects that will continue next week will be reading and math. So today we're going to talk about prepositional phrases. On Wednesday, you guys were introduced to prepositions and what they were, and today we're going to continue on with that, but we're going to talk about prepositional phrases. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we'll kind of go through what a prepositional phrase is and what it does. So a prepositional phrase can add information to a sentence in a creative story or text. It can tell where, when, or how, or it can add detail, okay? So the purpose of a prepositional phrase is to add information to a sentence. So you guys can go ahead and write that down in your grammar notebook, okay? So it adds information to a sentence, okay? It can tell where, when, or how, or can add detail. Okay, so like I said, the purpose of it is to add detail to that sentence, okay, whatever the sentence may be. All right, so if we look at a couple examples here, we notice what the different prepositional phrases are, okay? We see the dog walker traveled, okay? That could stand alone, but then we see on the bus, okay? On is a preposition, so what really helps us figure out these prepositional phrases is if you find the preposition in the sentence and then the rest of that thought is going to be the preposition. So here we have the dog walker traveled. Well, where did he travel? On the bus, okay? The dog walker traveled after school, okay? After is a preposition, so my prepositional phrase here is going to be after school, okay? Dog walker traveled. When did he travel? After school. It can also show how. The dog walker traveled with our friends. With is a preposition, so the whole prepositional phrase would be with our friends, okay? The dog walker traveled, again, still a thought on its own. How did he travel? With our friends. Then it also can add detail, okay? Russ is the dog walker, okay? That alone is a complete thought, but then we add for our neighbors. For is a preposition. For our neighbors is going to be your prepositional phrase. It's adding detail to the sentence. We know Russ is the dog walker, but then we add the information of that he is the dog walker for our neighbors, okay? So we're going to kind of do a couple of examples, which you guys are going to have something similar to do in your Google form, okay? So we're going to identify the prepositional phrase in each sentence. So I'm going to highlight the prepositional phrase in each sentence. Again, we want to see whether the prepositional phrase, it should be adding detail to the sentence in one way or another, okay? So let's look at number one. I got my dog at the dog pound. Okay, so a good hint here is find the preposition and then the rest of that phrase will be the prepositional phrase. So I got my dog at the dog pound. I got my dog is a complete thought. Where did you get the dog? At the dog pound. So at the dog pound is going to be your prepositional phrase. Okay, let's look at number two. He sleeps on my brother's bed. He sleeps is a complete thought. On is a preposition, okay, shows location. So on my brother's bed would be your prepositional phrase. Let's look at number three, okay? They go for a walk before breakfast, okay? They go for a walk is a complete thought. Before breakfast is saying when they went for a walk. So before breakfast is going to be your prepositional phrase, okay? They meet other dogs and owners on their walk, okay? Well, if we find our preposition here, on is a preposition, so on their walk is going to be our prepositional phrase, okay? Again, they meet other dogs and owners. When do they meet other dogs and owners? On their walk, okay? Mom makes them a warm breakfast after their return, okay? So mom makes them a warm breakfast. When does she make them a warm breakfast? After their return, okay? So after their return is going to be your prepositional phrase. After is a preposition. It's showing when. So after their return would be the prepositional phrase, okay? So all of these ones so far, we see the prepositional phrase at the end of the sentence, okay? It does not always need to be at the end of the sentence. Sometimes it could be in the front, sometimes it could be in the middle, or sometimes it could be in the end. It is normal that most of the time you will find it at the end of the sentence, but it can be in the middle or the front as well. So don't automatically assume that it's at the end. Okay, let's look at number 6. Later, I will take the dog to the park. Okay, so later I will take the dog to the park. Okay, so later I will take the dog. Where are you taking the dog? To the park. To is a prepositional phrase. So to the park would be your prepositional phrase. Sorry, to is a preposition. So to the park would be a prepositional phrase. Okay. Number 7, a friend of mine will bring his dog too. Okay, this is a situation in which your prepositional phrase is not at the end of the sentence. Okay, so I want you to look at number 7 and see if you can identify the preposition first. A friend of mine will bring his dog too. Okay, if you said of, you are correct. Of is a preposition. So your prepositional phrase is just going to be of mine. Okay. A friend will bring his dog too is a complete thought. Well, who is this friend? It adds detail. It's a friend of mine. So of mine would be your prepositional phrase. Okay. And finally, I want you to do number 8 on your own. The park is one of our favorite places. Okay. Again, we talked about that hint. Find the preposition. You should see that of is a preposition in this sentence. Okay. So your prepositional phrase would be of our favorite places. Okay. The park, okay, this is adding detail to the sentence. It's describing the park. The park is one of our favorite places. So it's of our favorite places. All right, so hopefully that this video was helpful, okay? In the assignment today, you will just be identifying the prepositional phrase in the sentence, just like we did in these examples there. Make sure you're looking and seeing because it is not necessarily going to be at the end of the sentence. It probably will most of the time, but I'm going to give you a hint. There will be one that you will see today that will not be at the end of the sentence. So make sure you use that hint of finding the preposition and then finishing it up with that phrase. Bye guys, have a great day.